Hey, Scott, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, did you bring that terrain for the game of Delves?
Sure. It's the Tinker's Lair Cavern of Blood set made from
cool.
recycled tire rubber.
What are you doing?
No problem. This stuff is practically indestructible, and once painted, almost never chips.
I can't believe this isn't broken.
It's one of the benefits of the material.
Well, let's set it up and start the game.
Indeed.
So, Scott, I see you setting this up for the game. How does this all work?
Well, the Cavern of Blood set from Tinker's Lair, which we're offering as a reward on our Kickstarter for Goalsystem Delves, basically is composed of recycled tire rubber, and we're offering it as a painted, fully painted inducement for the duration of the Kickstarter.
So it normally doesn't come painted?
No, Tinker's Lair, sometime after August, we'll be selling the terrain unpainted, so it will come black. It will literally look like the recycled tires that it's made from. It'll be a black material, and you can kind of see that on the bottom here of this particular wall piece. So as we alluded to earlier and in the copy about the terrain, it's pretty much practically indestructible. Of course, you could cut it if you wanted to, you know, if you really wanted to try to reuse it or reshape it. I mean, if you were very industrious. However, it's as it stands, and as we're going to demonstrate here, it's extremely versatile in how you can lay it out and set it up. It's got great flex to it. We're painting it with just basic acrylic and latex paint, and the paint does not chip or come off. And I carry it around in just a plastic container and just throw the whole set in there, and it never chips or breaks in any way. So
it looks awesome.
It's got that going for it.
Scott, could you show us how to like set up a dungeon with it? Like how would you set up a dungeon room? Just a basic room.
Sure. It's just a matter of looking at the pieces as they're laid out on the table and then just making them into a room by just starting to add some basic elements. These flat floor pieces make up the center of most of the rooms, and so you lay them down. These corner pieces allow you to define the outer walls and corners of the room. Another flat piece for the center. These wall pieces go along here to define the room. And one of the unique features of this terrain are these gaps. These gaps can be filled with loose stalagmites, which come with the terrain, and we have several different varieties of stalagmites. So as a GM, you can create a room, and of course you can see these gaps here, and you can just fill them in with the stalagmites. And once you've placed a stalagmite, it pretty much looks like it's cast in there. It's very nice.
So the other thing, though, I could also take these and use them as obstacles too, right?
Sure, you could create you know, points of cover or breaks to slow characters down, that sort of thing. But the other nice thing, of course, with this is you can create branches into new areas. So we have, of course, in the set we have two different types of corridors. We have the 2-inch corridor and we have the 1-inch corridor. And so based on how you place stalagmites, you can create another room branching off of this room that leads into another section of your dungeon. It's really easy. If you have this stuff sitting beside you on the table, you could really almost create a dungeon on the fly with it. And here I'm going to finish off this room with another one of those open wall pieces. And I'd have the choice to extend it into another area. So here we have, coming this way, we have an entrance into this room. We have an entrance down a narrow corridor. And we have an exit to a 2-inch corridor here. So you can see it's very versatile. There's a lot of different ways that you can arrange the terrain. If you get enough of the terrain, if you got another set, for instance, if you had 2 sets, you could pretty much fill a 6x4 board with dungeon room and corridors. It's a 64-piece set, and it goes a long way because of its versatility.
Oh, Scott, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Sure, my pleasure, and we'll hopefully show more of what you can do with the terrain later as the Kickstarter moves along.